Kick off the summer with dealer volume bonus cash at West County Nissan. Plus, save $12,000 on new Armadas now. Just go to westcountynissan.com to receive a quote in minutes. Click to drive your new Armada home today.
Cardinals coverage on 101sports.com is brought to you by West County Nissan.
Welcome back to the Redbird Report alongside Chris Duncan. I'm Anthony Stalter, and what we're going to do is we're going to break down this White Sox-Cardinals series the only way we know how, and what that means is I'm going to listen to Dunk talk about it. I'm going to shut my trap, basically. So, Dunk, the White Sox come in here, first-place team, and one of the guys that was not hitting well last year that's kind of been on a roll this year is Adam Dunn. What kind of effect will he have in this series?
Well, Anthony, he's a very dangerous hitter. In years past, this was a guy who would consistently hit 40 home runs a year. At one time during his career, he actually had 5 seasons in a row where he hit 40 home runs. And then all of a sudden last year, he signs the big contract with the White Sox, and he goes out and he hits 159 with only 11 home runs. Some baseball experts say that it was the worst season in baseball history, but Adam Dunn bounced back, he regrouped, and he's actually putting together a very nice year this year. He's second in all of baseball with 20 home runs. He's already surpassed his total of RBIs a year ago. He's got 46. His batting average isn't that good, but his OPS is over 900, and all of a sudden we're seeing Adam Dunn take walks, take good at-bats, and drive the ball out of the ballpark. I think he's going to be a big key in this series. He's coming off a very good series against Houston. The only problem is they're going to have to put this guy in the field.
Right.
And Anthony, people thought I was bad on defense. This guy is brutal. We'll see him in left field. And maybe there's going to be a play during the course of this series that he messes up on that will affect the outcome.
You know, and to add on to that, you know, Adam Dunn has to play left field, and one guy that, and I'm probably going to butcher his name, I apologize, one guy that goes to the bench is that Dayon Viciendo. He's hitting 263. He's already got 12 bombs this year. You put him on the bench, that's huge.
Yeah, he's a very dangerous hitter. My last year playing, when I was in Syracuse, I actually played against this guy in Charlotte. He took very aggressive swings. He had a ton of power. He's a very impactful bat in that lineup, but he can't play third base anymore, and they have to find a place for Adam Dunn and Paul Konerko at first base. Viciado, I can't pronounce it either, but Viciado is probably going to be out of the lineup. There's no way that he can come back and play third base. He hasn't taken ground balls there in a long time. He's been putting most of his work in left field. So all of a sudden, we're going to see the American League team coming into Busch Stadium with the National League rules, and I think this is going to work to the Cardinals' advantage.
Now, you mentioned Konerko. He's hitting 365. He has 12 homers as well and 35 RBIs. We were talking about him kind of as maybe not a fringe Hall of Famer, but somebody who's building to that. What does he have to do now in his final years to maybe notch a Hall of Fame vote?
Well, he's a 285 career hitter, and now all of a sudden you look at his home run total. He's got 408 career home runs. He's got 12 this year. But now you start to wonder if Paul Konerko can go out there and put together a couple really good years, maybe even 3 good years. Not only can he get to 500 home runs, but this guy can get to 1,500 RBIs, and now all of a sudden you have to imagine if he gets 500 home runs, this guy's a Hall of Fame caliber player. I think a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, no one would have ever expected Paul Konerko to be in the Hall of Fame conversation. But at 36 years old, now people are starting to talk about it, and he's leading all of baseball in batting average, or leading the American League in batting average by 27 points. So this is a veteran hitter that knows what he's doing, and I think he's seen the end of his career, and he's starting to sniff out that Hall of Fame, and he's making a run at it.
Let's jump ship. Let's go over to the pitchers. Jose Quintana versus Adam Wainwright tonight. You got Jake Peavy versus Lance Lynn, which I think is the most intriguing matchup. And then you have Gavin Floyd and Jake Westbrook. Both pitchers are 4-6. That's going to be the maybe the rubber match potentially. Which matchup to you is not only the most intriguing, but where the Cardinals have an advantage?
Well, I think obviously Peavy versus Lynn is going to be the most exciting matchup for me. 2006, 2007, when I was still playing, Jake Peavy was hands down the best pitcher in the National League. This guy was a bulldog, and he had that presence out there on the mound. He would talk trash to you as a hitter. He'd rub it in your face when you struck out. He was an absolute bulldog. All of a sudden, he tears his lat. He goes through a lot of different injury problems, but like Adam Dunn, this guy's bouncing back. He's got a 6-1 record, and he's getting that bulldog mentality back. He's getting that confidence back. I can't wait to see him come back to the National League and face the Cardinals against Lance Lynn, who's leading the National League and wins. That's going to be an intriguing matchup. The guy pitching tonight, Quintana, left-handed pitcher. He's doing a great job filling in for John Danks. He's making only his 4th start in the big leagues. It'll be interesting to see if he can stay consistent, but he's one of those guys that's a young pitcher that's starting to earn his way in the big leagues and prove that he can pitch, and not only pitch, but pitch in the rotation. And I think the White Sox are pretty excited about this guy, and it'll be interesting to see how he matches up against Adam Wainwright, who's coming off a pretty decent start in Houston, which was good to see because the start before that, he really got roughed up.
We're running out of time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention both managers. Mike Matheny, Robin Ventura, they kind of, on similar paths here. Both played for their organizations, both are rookie managers, both are doing quite well for the most part. Which guy to you has been most impressive?
Well, it's funny. I was talking to my brother Shelley, who plays for the Cleveland Indians, and they get a chance to play the White Sox quite a bit. And Joe McEwing, former Cardinal, is actually on the coaching staff, and he was talking to Joe McEwing about Robin Ventura, and Joe McEwing was so impressed with the way that Robin Ventura is managing that ball club. He said that the players absolutely love him. Now, I do think it is easier to manage in the American League than the National League. I think it's more of a challenge for a rookie manager who's never managed a game to all of a sudden jump into a National League style game and have to make more managerial moves. But so far, both these guys are doing a great job managing, and both these guys were great players. And they were very highly thought of as players. And it was interesting to me reading how Kenny Williams and John Mozeliak basically interviewed these guys for a few years, kind of behind the scenes, feeling them out,
sure,
asking them questions. And sure enough, both these guys get great opportunities from their GMs.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's going to be a great series. That's it for your Redbird Report. For Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, I'm Anthony Stalter. Till next time.